Did you see The Conjuring, Jerry?
Yes, it did. A lot of people look at me strange, but I will say this: it's the best. I think it's one of the best movies of the year, and it's the scariest movie I've seen since Poltergeist.
Poltergeist, yeah.
Wow.
You know what?
Poltergeist scared the shit out of me. Let me tell you this. The first time I saw Poltergeist was with some friends when it came on home video. That movie scared me. Then I watched it the following Halloween up the street at some friend's house, and that walk home, after watching it the second time, and it's not a long walk, by the way, mind you, but that walk home at midnight was scary as hell after watching that again.
Well, as I was watching The Conjuring, I kept thinking, because The Conjuring owes a lot to several movies. It's almost like the Oblivion of horror movies, because it's got all these other movies like mixed in the stew. But I kept thinking, it made me keep thinking how extraordinary Poltergeist is. Because Poltergeist did everything so well, and this one is really effective, and it's all in the way it's directed and performed. And I like the fact that the families feel real, and the husband, Aaron brought this up. I was talking to him last night, and he brought it up that the husband of Lily Taylor, he's not your typical character that says, no, you're crazy, you're just seeing things and blah, blah, blah. He takes a different approach when the supernatural stuff starts happening that you don't see in these movies. And
he's right.
And there's a ridiculous review in Salon from Andrew O'Hare, or whoever he is.
Oh, he's hit or miss with me.
That says that it's like a sneakily Christian right-wing movie that hates women. Really reaching. And yet, I'm sure that he likes The Exorcist, and if The Conjuring is a movie that hates women, then The Exorcist certainly is. There's nothing sneakily Christian about it. They're extremely open. They believe in good and evil. They believe in God and the devil. They express it all the way through. I'm like, what's sneaky about it?
Yeah, what I want to say, though, what I thought really worked in The Conjuring is it's the backstory is very important, what's going on. I found when you discover what the backstory is with the witch, that scared the living shit out of me, the description of that and the effect that has on all the people who've lived in the house before them. I had these images, Jamie. I'm sitting in the front row because they showed it in the smallest theater, and so I'm stuck sitting in the front row here, and that scared the hell out of me. That story and the images that brought up when they described what had happened. And I would recommend that everyone go to Badass Digest and read the interview with the real life the character that Vera Farmiga plays. That's fascinating.
Yeah,
that's a great interview.
I read a New York Times or an LA Times interview with her too, and she said the scariest experience I've ever had is in the Amityville house. Like, nothing compares to Amityville.
I can believe that. I believe that too.
And another point that the critic on Salon made was that the woman has to be extremely uptight in the way she's dressed and everything. I'm like, man, the real woman dresses exactly like that. This isn't a construct. This isn't made up. She dresses like that. Just look at a picture of her.
She dresses like that. At the time the movie takes place, that was a common, that was
she dresses like
that
that
was the
now.
style.
The picture taken of her just last week, she's dressed like that.
Yeah, no. I have to say, I liked Insidious as the first horror movie I've seen in a while that I liked, and I like Sinister and I like Mama. But The Conjuring is one of the scariest films I've seen in a long time. I woke up the middle of the night Friday and even last night, thinking about it, and I was just like, while I was walking downstairs to get something to drink, and I was thinking about the movie, I was like, oh, God, are all the pictures on the wall going to fall down? Are they all going to break?
And the device of the clapping is, like, really brilliant.
That scene, here's the thing, here's what freaked me out, Tammy, that, when they first do that, when they first move in, and they're playing, I thought that was going to happen, so I thought, oh, okay, maybe that was edited out. Then when it's just her and the youngest at home, I was like, oh, no, it's going to happen. And sure enough, when the cabinet doors open, I was like, oh, shit. And when that clap happens, ooh, I'm just shaking.
And I'm really heartened that it did so well this weekend. It was made for $20 million. It made $41 million for first place, and you know, good on an old-fashioned scary movie that doesn't rely on gore and all that kind of crap for its effects. You know, I think that's terrific that audiences can still flock to something that ignites their imagination.